This video is supported by Profit Accumulator. Profit Accumulator helps you to earn extra money by doing something called match betting. Match betting isn't gambling. And when you do it properly, and I mean properly, you can't lose. So get involved right now. Click the link in the description and sign up to Profit Accumulator right now. Hi and welcome along to the Stats Preview Show. This is a brand new show here on AFTV, brought to you today by Profit Accumulator. The link is in the description if you want to earn yourself an extra few £100s every month or even thousands. Profit Accumulator can show you how to do that, so get involved with that right now. We've got James Bayliss with us today and he's going to run us through some of the stats around the game. Now, Arsenal going to the Etihad to take on Manchester City. Have I got a metal hat I can put on whilst you fire these stats, because I know it ain't going to be pretty. I mean, when was the last time we beat these lot? I mean, I know it's ages, but we can beat them this time around, I feel. But you're going to give me some stats around the game, and well, look, I think let's I know. It makes for some grim reading at times, especially because this is Premier League stats. It's not including those great FA Cup semi-final wins. I'll read a few. They do get better. I've saved the good for last. All right, so Manchester City are unbeaten in their last 9 Premier League meetings with Arsenal. 9? Yeah, they've won 7, drawn 2. Since a 2-1 loss in December 2015, they've scored at least twice in all 9 of those games. It's not. So basically, we need to score 3. Arsenal have lost 6. Have lost their last 6 Premier League meetings with Manchester City, shipping 3 goals in 5 of those 6 games. Wow. Yeah. It's terrible stats. I know. Terrible stats, and we got to change that. And do you know what? This would be huge for Mikel Arteta if he was able to go to the Etihad and get a win, because one of the other things that's terrible about Arsenal has been our record against the big teams, the big 6 teams, right? Away from home has been terrible. And well, I can give you that. In the last 28, we've not won a single one. Drawn 10, lost 18. But guess who our last victory against the big 6 was? Man City. City. I was at the game, and that was a great win, and it was a tactical win. And let's be real, the other day I thought, when Leicester went there, that sent shockwaves as well. Leicester winning, beating them, scoring 5 goals in the game. Now, how do we approach this game? How do we turn those stats around that we can get a win? Because those are horrific stats. That record against the big 6, that's horrific. Yeah, it is horrific. Well, I've noticed a couple of things here that I think are worth pointing out and going into a bit more detail about. So of City's 6 goals they've scored this season, I appreciate it's a small pool, we're only talking 3 games for them. But of the 6 goals they've scored, 4 of them came in the first half. 2 of them came in the 84th when they were 4-1 down to Leicester, and the 95th to basically seal off an already 2-1 lead against Wolves. So what I'm taking from that, but also you see from sort of the naked eye, is they seem to start games better. They went 1-0 up against Leicester, they went 1-0 up against Wolves, they went 1-0 up against Leeds. If Arsenal can get through that first half, keep things tight at the back, like we sort of did for a lot of the FA Cup semi-final, I think we've got a chance of coming up as slightly less concentrated, more switched off, maybe more fatigued Manchester City. Remember they played in the Champions League as well, so they haven't really had a pre-season. They started the season a week later than everybody else. I think that might be something worth exploring there. And while City's first half stats look impressive for goal scoring, goals conceded are quite impressive as well. They've only conceded 1 in the first half. Of their 7 goals, though, 6 of them have come in the second. That tells me everything. Suggesting that maybe they tire a bit. Lose concentration maybe, the game opens up. That game against Leeds was a basketball game, So I think there's definitely something for us to exploit there, especially if we are to be sort of playing this sort of 3-4-3 we've been playing, much more pragmatic. I don't want to call it park the bus, because we still play out the back and we still play some nice football. Illustrated by this fact, actually, if I just find it here, Arsenal have had 77 10-plus open play pass sequences in the Premier League this season, with only Chelsea having more. Since Mikel Arteta has taken over at the club, the Gunners have scored more goals following a sequence of 10 or more passes than any other side in the division. So we're not here to pump it long, and we're not here to score from set pieces. We're playing good football, but there's a pragmatic element to it.
Yeah.
So,
which I felt when we played against Liverpool, we were too pragmatic.
Yeah,
I really did feel that. I was like, the first game against Liverpool, we were just literally just defended the whole game, and I don't want to see that against City. Obviously, you've got to be pragmatic.
Yeah.
But if you look how Leicester did it, they opened up later on. I know City did go down to 10 men. But they did open up, didn't they? Yeah,
absolutely they did. And a big part of getting a result here is being efficient. Now, I want to get your take on this, actually. For anyone who doesn't know, XG is a measure of expected goals. Essentially, it will measure how many goals you should have scored based on the kind of quality of chance you had. Now, looking at the stats, every team bar two, Fulham and Sheffield United, are outscoring their XG. So, based on chances, we should have scored 4.8, so about 5 goals. We've actually scored 8, which tells you how efficient we've been. And when you break that down with this, our percentage shots on target, 73.9% are on target, which is this ranked second best in the league. That's also percentage shots to goal is 34.8%, which is also second best in the league. So that tells you how good our strikers have been and how efficient we've been in front of goal. Do you feel that's something we're going to really need to be? We're not going to pepper their goal, are we? Because, I mean, looking here, average shots per game, not average shots per game, sorry, shots this season are 23. That's the 16th in the league. So there are 4 teams that are doing, only 4 that are doing worse than us. What's your sort of take on all that?
Yeah, that's it. Well, I think efficiency is going to be very important, because in a game against Manchester City, they're going to have most of the possession. And when we do get those chances, we've got to take them. We did that when we played them, like you said, in the FA Cup. We defended brilliantly, and then when we got our chances, it was that bang, Pierre-Emerick, Aubameyang, bang. And if you look at the game against Liverpool, when we got that big chance, that one that Lacazette got, he didn't take it.
I know.
And that really was the moment. That could have changed everything about that game.
Yeah.
But he didn't take that chance.
Yeah.
And so we've got to be efficient in this game, because when you're playing against Manchester City, you don't get a lot of chances.
No.
I mean, I know Leicester did,
yeah.
But if you actually look at Leicester's game, that game when they beat Manchester City, they were very efficient. Literally, every chance they had, they scored. Vardy was brilliant on that day. They put away the 2 penalties. Vardy's goal when that little flick on the near post, they were so efficient in that game with their chances.
Yeah.
So I feel when you're playing Man City's Liverpool, that's the key to beating them. You have to be efficient.
Yeah.
And that game against Liverpool, as I just referred back to, we weren't.
No.
And we lost the game.
What do you put this efficiency down to? Lack of fans, potentially? I mean, I'm wondering whether playing out the back, we're doing it more comfortably because of a lack of fans. And maybe when you're shooting and you're through on goal, the pressure's not there. There's not that sound in the crowd. I don't know, I wonder. I know that for me, from the playing out from the back, I think definitely having no fans has helped Arsenal. Because you know what us as fans are like, we panic. We see the ball being played out of the back, we see a player being closed down, nearly lose the ball, and we're like, oh my God, just pump it. Yeah.
But whereas with no fans there, it can be just the manager encouraging the players to just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
I don't care if you give it away, just I want you to play it out from the back, and they just execute the plan that's been done on the training ground, without the distraction of fans getting on their case for doing something that's kind of going against what we're seeing. So I think that's helped Arsenal. Having no fans at the Etihad might be an advantage. I think, when you look at it, injuries, they've got some injuries to key players like Aguero, who's also got a fantastic record against us. So that might fall into our favour.
Yep. De Bruyne potentially out.
De Bruyne potentially. The fact that City have had a bit of an indifferent start to the season. The fact that Arteta is our manager now and he knows what City are going to bring. This could be the right time to catch City, and it would be huge if we could go there and get a win. It really would be, because that changes everything for the rest of the season going forward. We went to City and won. Why can't we go to all the other big boys and win as well?
And this is our best start since the 2013-14 seasons, which we finished top 4 and won the FA Cup. So I completely agree. A few other things that are also worth pointing out tactically. I mean, I think being efficient and sitting back is definitely going to be important. I mean, interesting stats here. For duels in the Premier League, Arsenal are bottom. We've competed in least duels in the Premier League. Yeah. But our duels won is the 3rd highest. So it's almost like we're sitting back but pressing when we know it's efficient to. So I don't know what to take from that. I feel quite good about it, to be honest. I mean, it feels like we're in control of that stat. But
will Thomas Partey coming in help with the duels thing as well?
You'd think so, because Ceballos and Xhaka are not the most naturally defensive midfielders, although they do get about, work really hard. I think Ceballos is going to be key. I quite like this here. No Arsenal player has attempted more dribbles and made more passes in the opposition half than Dani Ceballos. I know there's going to be calls for a more rigid 2, but I think if you can get Ceballos in there, and he does get about and get committed.
And against Liverpool again, with the 2 holding midfielders, we lack that. But then it could be a Xhaka Partey.
Yeah, it could. Arteta's got a headache, because how do you drop El Neni right now? So, it's going to be fascinating. I want to end this on a happy note, though, because I think there's some nice little stats.
All right, give some happiness.
I think will give us a bit more hope going into this game. Man City are winless in their last 2 Premier League games, last going 3 without a win in the competition back in April 2017. The 3rd game in that run was a 2-2 draw with
Arsenal.
We've done it before.
Yeah, draw. I don't want no draw, I want to win.
I know.
When Saturday comes, I'll be like, I'll take a draw right now. You know what I mean?
I know.
But it would be so big if we could get a win. It's after an international break. Again, that's another thing that kind of goes in our favour a bit. You know what I mean? All the players are coming back, the rhythm's been I mean, it could work against us as well, but I don't know. I've just got a decent feeling about this one. And with Thomas Partey coming in,
team's on a high.
I'd love to see him start. I really would love to see him start in the game. That would be amazing. But
by starting him, you're disrupting this sort of form. Hear this. Arsenal have won 8 of their last 12 Premier League games, more than they had in their previous 28, where they won 7, drew 13, lost 8. Since their loss to Brighton in June, we all remember that, Guendouzi day, no side has picked up more Premier League points than the Gunners with 25.
Wow.
That's a really impressive. I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, I can't believe that. So there's some impressive stats, and Arteta's had the team playing, but some good stats there to end off with. The stats at the start were horrific. Yeah. I mean, the one big stat we're going to have to change is obviously going to City. We've not won there since, what did you say, 2015? Yeah. And, that's 5 years ago. Yeah. If we are to get a win there, we're going to have to get that out of our heads and really go there and really put in a top performance. But if we can do that, wow, that will really set this season going for Arsenal. So looking forward to the game on Saturday. Of course, a 5:30 kickoff. Thanks very much, James, for all those stats. What do you guys think? You've heard the stats. Can we win that game? How do we win that game? That's what I'd love to know. Does Partey start? Who would you start in that midfield? Midfield's going to be very important in that game. I can see it already. Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget, Profit Accumulator. The link is in the description. Get involved with that as well. Don't forget, you've got to be over 18. Thanks for watching. This video is supported by Profit Accumulator. Profit Accumulator helps you to earn extra money by doing something called match betting. Match betting isn't gambling. And when you do it properly, and I mean properly, you can't lose. Now, you always see these promotions by bookmakers like Ladbrokes, William Hill's, Corals, offering a £50 bonus to customers. So you sign up and you might place a £50 bet on a coin toss landing on heads and a £50 bet on the same coin toss landing on tails. Now, whichever way it lands, it don't matter, because you won't win or lose any money because you've covered all of the outcomes. However, you get the £50 bonus, so you're still £50 up. Now, lots of people try to do match betting on their own, but it's very time consuming and not always easy if you don't know what you're doing. That's where Profit Accumulator come in. Even if you don't know anything about sports, they walk you through everything step by step, showing you how to accumulate money into your bank account. So get involved right now. click the link in the description and sign up to Profit Accumulator right now.